welcome to my channel. It is I, the Ebony Empress, Mystic Mommy. You know, my YouTube people know me as Mystic Mommy. Y'all go way back with me. Mystic Mommy days is crazy right now, aka the Ebony Empress, period. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you're going to, if you have, if you will. And I'm literally just about to do my makeup real quick for the day. I feel like I'm a little late, but it happens that way. Time waits for no one. So here we are getting ready for the day. It's a little late. It's okay. As long as we're still moving, that's really all that matters. The momentum matters. That's what our theme was this year for my team at OHIO Media. Momentum matters. The year's almost up. We're still going. Period. Point blank. Say less. Hi, Kwan. Thank you so much for joining the live. Appreciate it. Please share the live if you like it. Feel free to comment. I'm doing question and answers today just for a limited time while I'm getting ready because I have a feeling I might have to get on a virtual meeting or two before the day is up. And I'd love to make some content later. So I'm trying to get presentable. Thank you so much. I'm not even done yet. That's the crazy part. We're still putting the whole look together. But yeah, last week it was bad out for me last week. I was sick. I lost my voice. Literally, I couldn't even fucking talk without sounding like it sounded insane. I can't even recreate the sound. But yeah, I had to work around that, try to give my voice some time to recoup. But definitely lost my voice last week after MJ BizCon. I don't know what kind of bug I caught out there, but it be like that. Um my week thus far, honestly, I wish I was moving a little bit more like productively this week, but I'm like caught between making content and going out and door dashing. And I'm just like, bitch, if you just lock in, you can make your money making content. I have full faith in you. You've done it before, So I'm just like, damn it, you're right. The fuck? Because every job that I get offered right now, it's like their slow season and it's like part-time, and it's just not exactly. I mean, it works for what I'm doing right now, kind of like working for myself and working with my team, but it's not exactly what we were looking for. And so yeah, I think this is the universe telling me, bitch, this is your time. I don't know what you're waiting for besides yourself. It's just one of those things. So, I'm really excited about all of the things we have planned for next year for the cannabis community. We got issue 2 of the magazine pretty much ready to go. We're just taking last minute advertisements. If anybody is looking to expand their visibility for their brand, out in the Midwest and the Ohio cannabis community, definitely hit me up. It's kind of our thing. Hello, thank you so much for joining us. But yeah, so if you have any questions about the cannabis industry, if you have questions about uh, cannabis content creation, if you have questions about events, if you have questions about, I don't really know. It could be anything cannabis related. I can try my very best to answer it. Um, I'm a cannabis industry professional of 5 years, content creator of 5 years, really 6 years. And I do quite a bit. I know quite a few people in the industry across the world, especially across the United States, but I do have some contacts um out of the country as well. I'm very in tune with the online cannabis community. We go together real bad, you know? Real bad. Cannabis community loves the Hempress. The Hempress loves the community. And I'm actually moving into more my creative bag and my like mentorship bag. You know, I want to help other women like me be able to do whatever they want as well. And that's how you give value to the community. You can't really do much if you're not providing value in some way. There's no reason for people to follow you and like subscribe if you're not giving them anything that they can take away with them and they feel like it's of value. So, for inquiring minds, how would you start? Or for any advice for someone to get into that type of business that would you recommend? So you asked that question in a funny way, but I'm assuming you're asking what advice would I give to someone that is looking to get into the industry? Depends. It really depends on what you're trying to do in the industry. You got to be more specific, to be honest, because there's a lot of stuff you could do. But in a nutshell, if we're just like talking in general about the industry, you want to figure out how to get involved, you need to get involved. You got to show up, you got to put yourself out there, you got to shake people's hands, you got to smile in their faces, and then you have to go home and then you got to connect with them online. And then you have to demonstrate your knowledge, your expertise. You have to demonstrate that you're competent and that you deserve respect as, you know, like an industry professional. It's you have to build that up. It takes time. But in a nutshell, you just have to be willing to step out of your comfort zone and make those connections. But it starts with you, you know? You have to be doing the work. You have to be living the dream. You know, like if you want to get into cultivation, I highly recommend you get into like home grow or maybe take a cannabis class about cultivation, you know, so that you have something to talk about when you get in these people's faces. You know what I mean? You have to make the moves as if you're already in what you're wanting to become. So that would be my advice. That was a good question. That was a great question. I am taking questions. If you have one, feel free to ask. I'm just getting started with my makeup, so we got time. While you have me, while you have me, we have time if you want to ask me a question. Felix Marquez, F4E, has a question regarding religion. Felix wants to know, what are my thoughts on Jesus of Nazareth? That is a silly question because I was just talking about this with my good friend. We were literally just talking about this literally last night. What are my thoughts on Jesus of Nazareth? What are my thoughts? Well, I would say if we're just gonna just say in general, what are my thoughts? I think the stories about Jesus in the Bible, the Christian Bible specifically, you know, I'm not gonna say that all of those stories about Jesus are verbatim, word for word, what happened. But I do believe that Jesus, his message, what he did for people has value still currently. Like you can use that information to become a better person, you know? But the letter J didn't even exist at the time that Jesus was around. So that wasn't even his name. So, with that being said, that's how I feel about Jesus of Nazareth. I hope that helps. So, how did you get your start? How's the journey been for you? What are the ups and downs? You just asked me like 6 questions in one comment. So, you can actually learn about my journey in the cannabis industry from our podcast, OH Hio Media. I was actually their first guest, I believe. So if you go to OH-HIGHYO exclamation point, or if you just type in OHHYTV on YouTube, you'll find OHIO podcast. And I'm a co-host for OHIO, but I was the first guest, and they did ask me quite a few questions about how I got to where I'm at. I highly recommend checking out our podcast. You can learn about all different types of walks of life and how they got into cannabis through our podcast. Actually, that's pretty much what we do. Is highlight stories from industry, professionals, leaders, and we also um, help elevate the conversation around cannabis. We're trying to help destigmatize cannabis. And we do that by bringing on these unique people from all over the world, very diverse, different backgrounds, doctors, nurses, dancers, entrepreneurs, bud tenders, you name it. And that's what we do. We bring those stories to life. And in doing so, we're helping, normalize cannabis, elevating the conversation around cannabis, and helping people learn more about just how to get involved. That's why we're here. So make sure you're following our YouTube channel. This is my personal YouTube channel. Still lots of really good content on here, but from me personally. But if you want to, kind of expand your horizons with the cannabis industry and the community, I definitely recommend our YouTube channel. That's just at OHHY TV, Oh Hi TV, short for OH Hi Yo. So, yeah, very cool there. That's a great question though. I got into the industry honestly through divine timing, divine uh intervention. I just happened to be at the right place at the right time. I had the right connection. Started bud tending at a dispensary that had just recently opened in the middle of nowhere. And just happened to be uh one of the couple token diverse employees, and just happened to get in there where I fit in. Stuck it out for a couple years. Out there in Michigan, actually. I'm not from Michigan, but I just happen to be there. You know what I mean? I just happened to be there at the right place, right time. It's just the way it happened. Hello, only A1KL. You're new. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you. But yeah, so that's how I got into the industry. I started from the bottom, worked my way up. You know, that's a lot of times that's how you have to do it, especially if you don't have A, experience, B, money, or C, a degree or certification already, exemplifying that you have this cannabis knowledge that's so valuable. So yeah, that's how I got started 5 years ago. What's my favorite strain? Honestly, I have like a favorite lineage, meaning if any strain that I come across has these parent strains or is related to this lineage in some kind of way, I'm a fan. But my favorite like lineage to like get weed from is going to be like the Girl Scout cookies GMO family. And then also I love blueberry strains, like blueberry muffin, blue dream. Um, I love a good blueberry flower. But I usually shop based on terpene profile, because every strain is going to have a slightly different profile of molecules, concentrations. And people just name strains whatever they want at this point. So you can't really go off of, a specific strain name. Like you can try wedding cake out in Cali and then try some wedding cake from Ohio, for example, and that shit, it's gonna be two completely different experiences, smells, looks of the bud. It's just you can't really go off of the strain name because the flowers are unique every time, just like humans. Hmm. I hope that makes sense. But that's a good question. That was a good question. But yeah, I do love a good blueberry. I like flower strains that are either they have like a sweetness or they have like a gassiness to them. I do like gassy and sweet smelling flowers. My terpene profile that I like to shop for in no specific order, like it doesn't have to be in this order, but I do love a high myrcene, beta caryophyllene, limonene, linalool, humulene type profile. Those are my go-tos. Those are my go-tos. Um, I've been into dab and wax TBH. I can't roll worth a damn. I like a mellow or sweet tone. Mellow weed? You like mellow weed? I like my weed loud. Unless you're saying like tone, like the feel. Like you like more indica leaning flowers, which I do too, me personally. But unless you're saying like mellow, like you just don't like loud weed, I can't say I can relate on that because I do love a good smelly weed. Um, you know what you don't smell very often? Like cheesy strains. I don't come across a lot of cheesy strains anymore, really. We used to have some in Michigan, but I don't come across shit like that in Ohio. I feel like I'm missing some eyeliner on this eye. It's bothering me. Or not eyeliner, some eyeshadow. I thought we were past this point, but I guess I missed the spot. It's just it's not giving on the other side. Yeah, indica or sativa mostly. I mean, which one? Indica or sativa mostly? Like which one? Because those are like two opposite sides of the spectrum. I can't tell by the way you type that out which one you're saying you prefer. But yeah, I love indica strains. Um, it's very, very seldom that I'll smoke sativa. But fun fact, I did grow my own plant this year, earlier this year, and it was a sativa strain, believe it or not. I did smoke that shit, obviously. And I was very happy with it, honestly though. You prefer indica? My kind of guy. My kind of guy. I do love some indica. Even though it be making me a little sleepy sometimes, depending on how much I take, or just depending on the flower. But you just gotta know your own body, and just be able to have that awareness and to just be more conscious about your consumption habits, you know. This is not this is not even. Like this one's going way up. I feel like the other side is not giving that. I'm done right now. Okay, I got it going up now, but guys, I didn't follow. I didn't follow what I usually do. So this is insane, but it looks okay. It's fine. Don't even worry about it. I got it. I'm going to fix it. I think this looks pretty good. Yeah, I mean, it's a little dramatic on the wing, but honestly, I think it looks great. Love that. As long as I don't have to start erasing shit and starting over, we're good. Happy. We're having a good time. Thank you so much, District of Columbia. I didn't realize that was somebody else that said looking good. I thought that was Quan right here. Okay. Okay. I wasn't gonna do the inside eyeliner like that today, but I did it anyways. Surprised myself. And now we just gotta do the mascara. I can't believe I almost forgot my mascara last time I did my makeup. It was like, you look different, ma'am. Do we not have any more questions? I'm still taking questions before I get off of here. I got enough time for like probably one more. Also, if you guys really are interested in getting in the cannabis industry and you would like a mentor to help you get started, I can definitely help. I do offer consultations. You can find a link to schedule a consultation with me in my link tree. Anybody got a question? Before I get ready to go, I only have one more eye to do. Lost an eyelash. One more eye. Anybody want to ask me one last question before I go? You have the floor. The ball is in your court. No, no questions. Wrapping up the question and answer today. We had a great time. You guys asked some good questions. I wish that I could get on here more and you guys could be very participatory like that. I enjoy a good discussion, even though it's really just a monologue because it's just me talking. But I do like to be prompted to talk about things sometimes when I'm in the mood. Question me when I'm in the mood to be questioned. This stupid cat is really pissing me off. Did you guys hear him? He's like trying to get in. He's trying to bust in here. Knowing damn well there's nothing in the bathroom for him. And knowing damn well that I don't want him around me. He just insists. He just insists. It's my roommate's cat. Not my cat. I think he wants to be my cat. That's why he keeps fucking with me. I think that's really what is happening. He wants me to be his human. And I do not want him. I don't want any parts. All right. That looks good. I think we did a pretty good job today. What do you guys think? People want to chat, and I'm ready to go now. So, thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for being a part of question and answer. And if you missed our question and answer live, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you like cannabis, if you want to learn more about cannabis, the community around cannabis, the industry, then make sure you are subscribed. Make sure you check out my link tree. I have tons of very interesting links in there. I am a content creator, educator, and yeah, that's me in a nutshell. Bye, guys. Wholeness and balance vibration.